Tobiar, the Cuban representative. He's the man in blue, the Belarusian NURYKAU. Can he find a way through here? Tobiar has that Olympic Games experience. 7th place in Rio. Can he finish third here in Paris? Gets that single leg straight away.
Notice he, NURYKAU had a 2-on-1. He had 2 of his hands on one of the arms of VALDES TOBIE. Tobiar reached to the inside and tried to pick the knee off the ground, but NURYKAU was holding that arm tight to his chest. He made it part of his own body.
Good body of work so far. VALDES TOBIE trying to take control. NURYKAU does well to try and get back into the centre of mat. Hooks the leg there on the way through. Great response.
Now, a beautiful inside trip by NURYKAU, but he didn't clamp down on anything of VALDES TOBIE, so all he had was a leg hook, and VALDES TOBIE able to step over top of him for 2 points. I love an inside trip, but he didn't rock his body all the way to the other side. He kept his head on the side of, away from the inside trip.
Taking a trip to the mat, NURYKAU did a little bit of work there for Tobiar of Cuba. Capitalising on that tactical error. Still lots to play for, plenty of time. Halfway through this opening round, and it is exhausting stuff for both men. NURYKAU stands, tries to catch some air. Can he find something?
Nice position. Now, if Tobiar VALDES is going to need to get his leg out from the inside of in between the legs of NURYKAU, if he can do that, he'll score points. Right now, he's locked up. He's able to limp his leg out. So what he did was he brought NURYKAU's body forward, limped his leg out, and then stepped behind for 2 points. Now he's got legs in, but what NURYKAU can do is what I call a dip, swim, swing. He's going to try and dip his body and try and pull VALDES TOBIE off on that left side, throw it through. He put himself in that danger, so no points. He made an effort to get out of the position. He might have exposed his back a little bit, but VALDES TOBIE didn't expose the back. He kind of exposed his own, trying to fight out of the position.
We are in the same position on the scoreboard. Tobiar still has the lead. NURYKAU, well, he was wearing the Cuban like a backpack for a moment there, but escaping VALDES. He maintains his lead, 2 minutes 40 gone, 4-point gap. Well, the Cuban coach advising him to stay calm, to be patient. Don't engage, and he has. He's made the mistake. Capitalised, NURYKAU.
Beautiful level change right into a gut wrench. Able to peek out to the outside and score 2. And for Belarus, Asmat NURYKAU wasn't even their initial entrant. And, you know, I'm sure that Belarus is excited that they decided to put him into the tournament and with the attempt to get a bronze medal. Now, all of the points that VALDES TOBIE scored were really off of the attempts by NURYKAU. I would be surprised if we don't see NURYKAU come out very offensive here and get VALDES TOBIE moving. If he can get him moving and get his offense going, there'll be a bronze medal for the Belarusian. VALDES TOBIE, super fast himself. He's going to need to really pick up his pace and get to directional changes.
Interestingly, as we heard the Cuban coach advising him just to stay calm, don't get involved in the last 10 seconds. He did, and he made the mistake this time. Which gives NURYKAU a little window of opportunity here. Can the Belarusian put on that little bit more pressure? Speeds round the back. Can he take the takedown points?
Speaking of flexibility right there.
Wow.
VALDES TOBIE, all he has in between him is his arm, and he was able to use that arm to face. So that is ballet right there. I mean, he was about to fall into his hip. He brought his arm up, followed by his hip, and into a chest-to-chest position.
Action blue.
That can be worked on in the room. That can be worked on in training. But honestly,
Instinct.
I don't know if you can teach that.
Yeah, a little bit of instinct there. Valdes Tobier, as you said, with that balletic movement. Got to be mentally adept. Just a little slap to the head
Not
there.
at the face. Center.
But still ahead is the Cuban.
Now, that was the first attack by Valdes. He's going to need to fake with that and go, whether he changes direction or takes that shot again. He has got to get NURYKAU's feet moving before he attacks, because NURYKAU is excellent with the defense when he keeps Valdes in front of him.
Well, trying to keep himself in front is the Cuban, Valdes Tobier. Looking for answers, looking for options. NURYKAU realizing that the clock is ticking, tries to go with the underhook. Great defense again from the Cuban. A little bit too passive, perhaps.
And that's what I was saying. NURYKAU's so good with those overhooks and lifting him up to his chest. So Valdes Tobier, although he's up by 2, he's going to have to put some holds together. NURYKAU, with 1 minute to go here, also trailing by 2, is going to need some attacks himself and not just expect Valdes Tobier to make a wrong move.
Blue no block.
Well, as you say, it would be the wrong move to try and defend a 2-point gap. Still plenty of time in this one. Another slap to the head there from NURYKAU. Can he find himself a bit of quality to get a score on the board? Still time. The Cuban, Valdes Tobier, gone into his shell a little bit, tucks the elbows in, trying to present a small target. Half a minute to go.
Action red. Blue action.
Little foot sweep attempt. Cuban was meeting NURYKAU at the hands, trying to control his wrist. Now NURYKAU with an overhook. 10 seconds to go. He's going to need something.
Valdes Tobier just closing it down. He knows he's got the clock on his side, and he's got NURYKAU in fits here, and it will be the Cuban. Slams his opponent to the mat, seals the bronze medal. He was made to work for it from start to finish. But for Team Cuba, it's a brilliant bronze medal. NURYKAU tried there, couldn't find an answer.
No, he made multiple attempts, but they were one-and-done attempts. He would take one, and Valdes Tobier would stop him, and then he would wait a second. He would take one. I think with the athleticism and the wrestling ability of Valdes Tobier, he needs to be taking 2 and 3 and 4 attacks. But Valdes Tobier won that match when he defended that takedown where he got the arm up in between,